I think every music producer and audio engineer has made this mistake at least once. You open up the DAW software, record your music, save the session, and close your computer. You probably feel like you got some really great takes during that recording session, and you're looking forward to opening the session back up later and start the mixing process. But when you open your session, you see a message on the screen that says all of your audio files are missing. Whether you realize it at that moment or after hours of research, your DAW session file is the only thing saved in that folder. All of the actual audio files, the files you recorded, are somewhere else. If you're dealing with this problem right now, stick around because I'll show you a way that you may be able to find your files. But first, there's a simple way to prevent this problem, and that's a good start for better understanding what's happening and why. When you open up your DAW to record something, you should do one thing every time before you do anything else. You should click File, Save As, and save the session in a new project folder. This tells the DAW to save all of the recordings from each track in the session to this folder, along with the session file. See, when you record your music with an unsaved session, the files go to a default folder, which is somewhere on your computer. Saving at the end just saves the project file. So even if you create a new project folder at the end of your session, the audio files are still saved in the default folder. You want all of this data to be kept together. A, it's easier to keep organized that way. B, it protects you from inadvertently deleting the audio while cleaning up a folder. And C, it's important to keep the project and audio files together in case you need to open your session on a different computer. If you drag your session file to a new computer without dragging the audio files with it, your session will open, but there won't be any audio files to play. Keeping all the files saved to a project folder enables you to simply drag that folder wherever you need it and open up the session and audio files from anywhere, assuming you have the same plugins and software that were used in the session. I also recommend labeling your tracks before you start recording, because that will automatically label the audio files accordingly. That's another step that will keep you more organized and will save you a lot of time if you should ever need to open the session in a different DAW. When recording an album, I'd recommend creating a separate project folder for each song. The cleanup feature in a DAW will look for any files that are not currently used in the session and will delete them. So it's important to keep the session files and audio files in separate project folders per project. Now, if you've already made this mistake and you're currently panicking about your lost audio files, sorry to keep you waiting, here's what you should do. First, go to your DAW settings and find the section where you can define the default file path for saving new projects. Here, you can see that the software is currently configured to save session data and audio files to this directory on the computer. Your files are probably in the folder shown here in your DAW settings. Just look at the path and follow the breadcrumbs. Mac users, press the Option key to expose the breadcrumbs from any Finder window. According to the setting in my DAW, I need to go to iCloud, Users, Kyle Matthias, Documents, Reaper Media. And here are all of the files from the sessions I've forgotten to save. Did I mention it's not just beginners who make this mistake from time to time? Okay, hopefully that helped. Of all the ways to lose your files, this is probably one of the best ways because the files are recoverable in most cases. But in the video that's on your screen, you'll learn how to back up your audio files so you don't risk losing them forever. I'll see you over there.